Hey, Lonnie, man, I'm getting a little scared, man. I was a little scary today.
We survived.
Scary, man. I'm good though. It's like we're just watching a scary movie. Once it's over, man, it's over. Hopefully, I don't have no nightmares.
Well, we'll just dive right into question. I'm not going to touch
Oh, we did
that.
not know how to respond to that. We was totally caught off guard.
Let's throw it to Sarah. She can take the pressure off me.
Yeah. Lonnie don't want that heat, man. You want to get off me. I see how it is, man. I see how it is, man.
Happy to distract Lonnie there. John, clinching a top six spot, being the longest tenured guy on the team, having gone through a lot of the rebuild, just what does this mean to you?
No, it means a lot. I haven't really had a chance to let the moment breathe yet, but just understanding that it's secured is a little bit of a different feeling. You know, not to joke in any manner, but right now I'm usually planning, trips, some workout. Like it's just new for me to be looking forward to and to be ready to play meaningful basketball. And as I said before, I'm ready to go. So it's a good feeling.
What does it say about this team? I mean, you guys started out 14-20. Just how far have you guys come even just this season?
Um, Extremely far. It's crazy that you even say something like that. And, we can look back and be in the position we're at. I feel like at the end of the day, we all did one thing, and that's believed in ourselves. We obviously, might not have executed it the correct way or, chemistry issues and, all be the stuff with this new season, new coaching, new players. But I felt like we just believe that we can win. And I feel like if you had that belief, have that belief, it is strong and it helps out, helps you win games.
How big a part was Nate of that? I know he's said so many times he tries to get you guys to really believe that you can buckle down and win games.
He's huge, doing his job as a coaching standpoint, trying to keep guys level headed. His communication, Nate's been great with everything thus far. I feel like everybody is welcoming him as our coach, and we want to just keep ingratiating ourselves with him and continue to build chemistry with him as a coach as well. So it's a process.
Thank you.
Chris Kirschner.
John, how would you describe your journey up until this point? Obviously, you make the go-ahead shot with 24 seconds to go, and that's the one that clinches it. So just what have these past 3.5 years been like just to get to this point now?
No, that's a good point, Chris. I didn't think of it like that. That's it's kind of a nice little cherry on top for the game. But as I said before, it's sort of surreal. When I hit that shot, I was so locked in. I wasn't really even celebrating. I was just, so locked in on the moment, on us securing this win tonight and securing my first playoff berth. Um, just thinking about, as you said, all the trials and tribulations I've had gone through up until this point makes every bit of this just that much sweeter. We want to continue to win these next two games and build momentum. So I'm just happy man.
What would you say has been the toughest part over these past 3 years? Obviously, you guys lost a ton of games over these past 3 years, and now you're in this position now where you're a top six seed in the East.
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, it's the mental strain, right? It's not easy to be on a rebuilding team and lose games, and in certain situations, just keep scratching your head and wonder what's happening. Why are we continuing to lose? And then on top of that, you want to compound that with the COVID, my personal experiences, injuries, my suspension, a bunch of stuff that it's not easy to get through. And I do this for a reason. I do this to get to places like the playoffs, to play meaningful basketball, to show what I can do on the court. So I'm just going to continue to fight for what I believe in and for myself, for my teammates.
Raphael Haynes.
Hey, what's going on, John? Congrats, man, on clinching the playoff berth. And wanted to ask you, with the team, you mentioned everything y'all been through, you've been through personally, all of the injuries. For you to be in this spot and battling for a fourth seed, do you feel like you are getting to that point where you're battle tested now? We know you haven't been in the playoffs, but just as far as within the game.
Definitely. I feel like, if anything, this season has been more of a test than any other season I've had to go through. Starting off how we did, 14-20, to come back and be, have a positive record and to be fighting for the fourth spot with all of the injuries and all of the ups and downs we've just had as a team. It almost doesn't sound right, but I feel like now that we're all together, now that we all see where we're heading and the trajectory we have, I feel like the confidence is growing with us, and we just want to continue to play the right way and play together. So.
Brandon Harper.
Hey, John, I know you're happy and excited about clinching a playoff berth. We all know that the job is not completely over yet. What would it mean for the psyche of this team to be able to grab that number 4 seed and be able to have home court in the first round?
That's huge. I was talking to some of the older guys older guys in the locker room today about how important it is to have that home court advantage, and just hearing about their experiences and how much easier it makes it, just as a series and for your mental. It's extremely important, and I feel like that was part of the reason why we're continuing to fight so hard, is we want that home court advantage, and we know it makes a big difference in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Everything matters.
To Kevin Chenard.
Hey, John. The last couple of seasons, this team has felt like sort of the team of Trae Young and John Collins. A lot of talented players got here in the offseason. Do you feel like you had to sort of sacrifice to get to this goal?
Oh, definitely. I talked with coach about that, and my family and everybody. Just understanding that, yes, like for instance, my family doesn't necessarily like to see me taking less shots or being in more pick and rolls and all that good stuff, but there's a sacrifice that must be made for us to win games. And the sacrifice for me is, taking away some things I'm good at and having to do new things and trying to learn and, grow and do better at new things in my game. And it's just about me personally progressing so I can help my team in whichever way they need. And I feel like, that's a common goal. I feel like everybody in certain areas or in a certain area has sacrificed something, and that amounts to us winning more games. So, I'm okay with it.
Got just a few more. We will go to Christos.
Hey, John. Congratulations on the win and the playoff berth. First of all, are you a Chelsea fan? About the shirt. Are you a Chelsea?
Yes, so it's make me show it. It's the Drogba. I got the Drogba back there.
Oh.
It's the I can't wear the Nike. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go 3 stripe. But shouts out to the Blues, baby. Champions League. Just bet big CC over there, hoping I can keep those returns. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, go Blues, go Blues, go Blues, go Blues.
Great. I would like to ask about tonight about the playoffs are coming up. So how good are the Hawks this season? And how big is the growth, especially in the second half of the season, about the playoffs?
Yeah, I feel like we're deadly. I feel like we have a lot of different guys, different lineups. I feel like if there's any one word I can put on it, why we're so good, it's our versatility. Our ability to still be in this position, as I said, with all of the injuries, all the different lineups, and the ability of our guys, a different coach, you know what I mean? So many things that we've had to just overcome this year, as well as the testing and the COVID and all this stuff. For us to still be in this position, for me, is extremely impressive. So, I definitely say we're resilient and we're versatile, and we're starting to get stronger. Our chemistry is starting to come together going into the latter half of the season, into the playoffs. And we just understand that we have to have laser focus to compete and do anything the right way. And we want to just continue to get to that point.
Go to Yakiri Thomas, and we'll have just a few more after that.
Congratulations again, John, on the win and clinching that playoff berth. Just can you speak on just your mindset in the final seconds of the game? And also, if you could say one word to describe your mood, what is it?
One word to describe my mood is it's ecstatic. Like, I'm trying to be calm. It looks, calm on the inside, but I'm excited. I'm happy. I'll use that word, ecstatic. What was the first part of your question? I'm sorry.
And just your mindset in the final seconds of the game.
Yeah, I saw Trey driving in, and I knew he was gonna pass it to me. I stood on that I call it the angle of the court where I just hit a three a couple of distance earlier. I was so locked in, I couldn't hear anything. I just remembered me releasing the ball from my hands and thinking, please go in. And it went in, and I couldn't even like process anything. I was just so locked in on that moment. I wanted to make the shot, and I did, and I can breathe a little bit. So that's it.
Okay, let's go to Sarah and then Chris.
Don, how exciting is it to think of playing on a bigger stage and getting to showcase what you guys can do on a big stage that hasn't been available to you the past few years?
Yeah, it makes my intensity, my competitive nature, rise that much more. I feel like, you know, myself personally, I can speak for a lot of guys on the team as well. We've been doing a lot of great stuff, and it hasn't necessarily been nationally publicized or seen from a national stage. And we can't get any bigger than the playoffs. And I feel like we're all accepting of what we've done, and now we want to come in and prove that we feel like people should be watching us. Feel like we should get this and that. Now we have the opportunity to prove to do so, and we want to be ready.
Chris?
You guys have been talking about making the playoffs for over a year now. What made you guys so confident that this was the year that it was going to happen?
I think firstly, when you just looked at our team on paper before we even started anything, you just start to get excited, right? And then obviously we know it's a learning curve for having new guys adjust to each other. Had a coaching change in the middle of the year, but we tried to ignore all that, and we tried to stay focused on what we had as a team, and build from there. And I think that it's going to be really valuable going into the playoffs. As I said, not having guys and having guys, and really figuring out our identity as a team going into the latter half of the season is vital.
Last one from Jonathan Simmons.
Hey, John, first of all, congratulations on the big win, and of course, the big shot being a part of the win. I can remember the very first press conference that you guys had. So when you came to Atlanta, and one of the things that stuck out was the great relationship with your mom. So are you pretty happy to be giving her pretty much the ultimate Mother's Day gift with this big win?
No, this is big time. It's funny you said that. I haven't opened my message yet, but I got like eight text messages from her. So whatever she's saying there, I obviously she's super excited. That's my number one fan. She's coming to some playoff games. Obviously, her first time there too. So, I can't say much more. I love my mama. Hey, mama.
No doubt. Second thing is the theme seems to be both from you and from Trey, and I think from even Atlanta fans, the apparent lack of respect for the national media. How much is that going to drive you guys as you continue now to make this playoff push into round number one for the very first time?
Yeah, I know. As you said, Trey and I, it definitely drives and motivates us personally. We definitely want to prove everybody wrong, prove our doubters, our haters wrong, and prove the people who, didn't expect for us to be here, prove them wrong as well. But we also want to prove ourselves right. We put in a lot of hard work. We've been through the trenches. We've lost games. We figured out how to win. And as I said, we feel like we deserve more national attention. And now we have the opportunity to go prove it. And we're ready. I can't say much more than that.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, JC. That was our final question.